Welcome back to another day of living in a house that is slowly becoming less homely as we tear it apart. We've had some deliveries today, which I'm going to open a little bit later, and it's quite late in the afternoon, but we're going to be getting on with some tasks regardless. The main thing I'm going to start on today is just ripping out this stack in the corner of the bathroom. Should be relatively easy, this one, because actually if you look there, it's made of wood, so we're not going to end up with plaster dust everywhere, so we've got to move everything around and clean everything as badly. So we're going to get on with that in a little while. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. A nice simple job just to be getting on with this afternoon. I have just got off a call with the electrician as well, which is good. Just do all the things. Was there anything else to discuss? I was like, no, literally just dates. That's all we want to do. So we have now got locked in with the caveat that his new person needs to start with him so he can make the job quicker. That should be locked in now for the 23rd to the 25th of September. That's when the rip out is going to start, which is going to set some wheels in motion, and there's things we need to get done in order to be able to support that. So one of them is we're going to work with the plumber on that job there, but actually order of operations is I actually need to deal with getting the water tank up and in the loft first so I can take this wall out and rebuild the stud wall, because we need to start running the cables in because we are having some extra sockets put into this wall. So there is some work that does need to go on in that section there. So when plumber arrives a little bit later this week to look at that particular part of stack, I'm just going to say, right, that's the next order of operations. Now, for me, that means there's two jobs realistically I need to start bumping up the priority order. One of them is the plate in the loft to put the new hot water tank on. I need to start building that up, ready to go, so we can build that up and start moving the tank up into the loft. The other one is I need to just really start on that materials list now. Getting an order out, making some contacts up, and getting somewhere to put it. But I've kind of got to be quite strategic with when to time it, because I need to pull all the bed and all the other furniture and stuff and put it into the garage. But then I also need to get all the plasterboard and everything and put that in the garage. So I kind of want it to arrive, like the start materials to arrive in that week when they're first here, so that I can start rebuilding things as they're doing things. So what we spoke about is on the 23rd, it's best I'm at the house because they're going to rip everything up anyway, and that kind of works for me because I've got some important stuff in the work calendar. But then on the 24th and the 25th, I can be in the property and be working on things like the bits I need to do, so like rebuilding the stud wall, putting the plasterboard up, all of that kind of work as well. So I kind of want the material to land here on the 24th. Whether I can pull it off, I don't know, but we're going to try it. We're going to see how we get on. So what we're going to do tonight is stack, as I've just mentioned, because it should be relatively quick. Finish the steaming downstairs. I'm doing that thing where I make a huge long list of jobs that I'm going to do in the day, and then I'll do one of them. But stack, finish steaming, start measuring up materials list, and show you all the things I bought in the parcel. That is the plan of attack for today. Let's see how many of those we actually get done. In other news as well, Elizabeth is on the road. So she's got to go from where she lives down to Edmonton to the embassy to have her biometrics redone. It's like a 10-12 hour drive, and that drive is occurring today. So she's actually on the road. So we are getting one step closer to Elizabeth coming and joining us back in the new house as well, which is all very exciting. Be light. There we go. Cover is off. You can see there's the horrible spider infested soily stack. I can't get the... Weirdly, if I put the torch too close to the camera, you end up with that
weird fluttering effect. It's not going to do it now, look at that. But yeah, we're out. There we go, there's the soil pipe. There's also a cable running in there as well. It's mounted at an angle because of where they've put that join in, which looks like it could be the old soil pipe, I guess, and this plastic bit's new maybe, I'm not quite sure. But where that join is effectively down the bottom, they've put that centered, but then they drilled the hole in the roof up to the right, which is then made it go a bit of an angle, unfortunately. But the boxing is obviously covering to get down to the bottom section. But my plumber did say hopefully we can get that much much into the wall, so it takes up a little bit less room, which is good. Now, I have got this backing plate in here, which I kind of want to leave in place because it's what's stopping the system from being pushed back if anybody leaves back against it. So I've either got to take that out and then take that out and then potentially try and put that back in, or I leave that in and try and just cut the woodwork instead with the multi-tool. Haven't quite decided on that one yet, but we will make a decision and then we'll get the rest of this off. But it hasn't taken too long. The longest part of that job was undoing the screw underneath here, which they'd put in at a jointy angle and meant that you couldn't get a screwdriver in because it get clashed into the back of the system, so that was fun. But yeah, let's get the job finished. She's out with some blown holes as normal whenever we're trying to pull those nails out. What I did find is at the top there you can just sort of see it. They obviously cut the wood too short and they bodge jobbed it by filling it with some newspaper. So let's have a quick look at this newspaper and see if we can, I don't know, see a date on it. It's like just crumbling. There's an advert here for the Smithfield Hotel. For wining and dining, all parties, wedding, business lunch or Christmas parties available. Booking Coventry 20465. No idea. I don't know why, but my youth brain was looking, going, where's the website address for this? Where's the online booking page? And given the age of the newspaper, I suspect there isn't one. As you can see, it's just falling apart. Hang on. Is there anything else interesting on here? What else have we got? What's this? Chrysler electricians. Oh, we need one of those. There we go. We can call the electricians. I'll have a poke around this newspaper, so if you let me walk through it all, and we'll just see if there's any like date or anything on there. I mean, it'd be really cool if there's like a phone number and I can call it and just be like, hi, I found your number in my wall. What do you mean you found it in my wall? Yeah, it was on a newspaper. Would you look at that? We're actually getting on with the job list that we set ourselves for the day. The steamer's running a little bit low on water, so I've had to stop there just while we've got that last strip to do. Letting it cool down for a minute and then we'll top it up with water just so we end up with a load of steam in the face when we do it. But you join me for the first ever unboxing, not on the horrible green carpet. Look at that for downgrades. There's no carpet at all now. I was thinking about putting the carpet back down, but to be honest, it's actually not that bad just having the concrete floor at the moment, so I'm probably just going to get rid of it to make room for it. But anyway, the parcels. First one, we'll start with the big one. We now have
a garden hose. It's been needed because we need to do some stuff to drains. I might want to look at cleaning the car at some point soon. So yeah, thought it was practical to get one of these. Now I thought I ordered the one with the spray gun, and the spray gun hasn't arrived, but turns out when I went on my Amazon, I haven't. So we just have the hose for the time being, but is an upgrade nonetheless. So we've at least got that. We'll be able to do this with. And then we have the assorted box of bits. Now, one of the items in here is a shout out to somebody from work. I got fed up of cleaning the air fryer. I'm hoping it's now in the box. I said that. Like I'm acting, it's like some sort of massive shock surprise, limited edition. No, really not. So we have some air fry trays. They're like paper, recyclable, chuck away trays basically. They're made out of paper so they're eco-friendly. So the idea is you just launch that in the bottom of your air fryer, it catches all the fat, all the dribbles and everything else like that, and then you just chuck it in the bin. And then you ain't got to worry about it anymore. So it saves you having to keep cleaning the air fryer, because one thing I'm terrible at the moment with everything else that's going on is cleaning the air fryer. I'm sort of saving like 3 or 4 days worth of washing up. It's a bit filthy, but hey. And then doing it all at sort of one go, just so I'm not washing up every single night, just saving all the time. That'll save me even more time. Process optimization, we love it. Next thing we got, and there's a story on this one as well, is a Bluetooth clicker for my phone. So the tripod I actually used, that monkey mount I have on the bottom basically, it actually came with a Bluetooth clicker, and Elizabeth and I were up in Canada, and I'll shoot the photo of when I lost it now. We stopped at a place called Grassy Lake where we took some photos. I nearly fell through a snowdrift because me being a UK person, not used to being in the snow, thought, oh, I'll just step over this roadside barrier to get some better photos. Of course, there's a snowdrift on the other side and my entire leg just disappears. Elizabeth thought she lost me at that moment. But one thing I did lose was my Bluetooth photo clicker that allowed me to through Bluetooth on my phone, actually just start taking photos remotely. So every time you see this, I'm taking shots and doing things, I'm having to wander around, set the camera up in stupid angles and guess where the record button is, everything else like that. Problem now solved. Thank you, Canadian Mountain, that's been holding my other clicker, and enjoy it. Live your best life with it. The final one, now this is something I just saw and I thought would actually be useful. Actually, there's a couple of items in here. Is a micro USB to USB-C card reader. So the idea of this, and it's got like a USB to USB-C on there as well. I didn't realise that was coming with it. But the idea of this, with its handy dandy keychain to attach to your keys, is that when I'm out with my drone and I want to get the drone footage off the drone's SD card, rather than having to plug it into my laptop, I can just plug this into the bottom of my phone and look at it directly on my phone, or pull it off and stick it in the logs, for example. So we'll give this a test, won't be tonight, but we'll give this a test at some point, and hopefully it does the jobby. But I thought that was, for such a small little device and gadget, was well worth the investment, and I didn't know I was going to get a USB to USB-C mini adapter as well, so that's kind of helpful. I don't know what I'm going to use that for yet. Actually, I could stick it in my phone and charge it with that, so that's useful. Of course, I'm going to stick it in my phone. But anyway, that's the end of the parcels unboxing. It's been a while since we've ordered anything, and hopefully the steam has cooled down enough for us to finish that bit of the roof and finish that bit of the wall. And then I'll give you all a steaming break for a bit, because the only bits to do are the hallway roof, hallway walls, and downstairs bathroom, and that's it, which is a minimal amount. So, progress! took longer than planned, so much so that my phone ran out of battery, so we just missed the end of that clip, but we've got most of it in there, which is good. But we are 100% steam cleaned. Well, I say at 100%, but it's actually more like 98% because I have got light behind that radiator and that radiator, but I can't really do those till they come off. But we're there. We have still got to clean up, but that sounds like a tomorrow problem. So we'll deal with that one later. Major discoveries, not major, but interesting discoveries. This piece of board up here, which is just loose. Don't know what's going on there, so we might have to look at that and see if there's something we can do to better plug that, because that's a bit naff. Bit of damp around the corners underneath the paperwork, but nothing too major. And yeah, a few holes that have been plugged with like polyfill and stuff like that, which I might just dig out and plaster over properly. Yeah, nothing too scary, thankfully, which is good. But we are done. It is about 12:30, so I'm going to go clean myself. Elizabeth is just driving up toward a place called Little Smoky, which is coincidentally, she's just driven past all the wildfire areas around by the Alberta border, which was a Little Smoky, and now she's in a place called Little Smoky. But yeah, she's making good progress. We've made good progress. Everybody's making good progress. Great success. I will catch you all in tomorrow's vlog, where we'll be hopefully ripping out that bottom part of the sewage stack or the waste stack in the kitchen, ready to get the plumber guy in. And then, yeah, it's on to fresh new jobs then, which is all very exciting. But anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow.